Good afternoon, everyone. This is Rob from Next Truck Sales, and I want to take this opportunity and introduce you to our 2013 Western Star. It's a 4900 FA with a DD15 turbo compound engine at 505 horsepower with a 13-speed manual. I'll take you through the truck, show you some of the features, and I'll also explain a little bit about the process if you're watching this video from the US. So this truck here, being a 2013, is the second generation engine. Have a look here. You'll see it's got the one box side steps here. So you've got batteries in this section here, and you've got the one box after treatment unit inside of there. I'll go through on the inside and show you all the specs. This is a 68-inch Stratosphere, so this is 68 inches from the back of the driver's seat to the back wall of the cab. It features the Stratosphere sleeper, which I'll show you is really cool as far as Western Stars go. Probably the quietest cab in the industry because the metal, it's not made out of metal, it's a fiberglass or an aluminum with fiberglass sandwich, and I'll show you on the inside, you'll understand. So let's have a look here. We've polished the tanks, had some difficulty getting the checker plate to come up super shiny. It is clean, but it's not mirror finish like that. I'll get the hood up here. It's got BF Goodrich drives, Virgins, and we've got Michelin steers. I'll take you through. These are 11R 22.5 tires, and you see we polished that wheel. It's got disc brake, drum brakes on the front. Okay, so this Stratosphere sleeper, let's see if I can show it to you here. Hopefully there's a cutaway. Not on this side. Hard to tell. If you look at the thickness, it's about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches thick. I'll go on the other side. Hopefully we'll see it a spot. It's got a Webasto bunk heater in here, and see if we can bang on the sidewall of the cab. That's probably a good way to be able to tell. You see how solid it is. There's a honeycomb between the two panels, which gives you extreme insulation. Have a look here. We got 125 US gallon tank. BF Goodrich drives. These are, probably 70% tread Virgins, and they're all matched. Okay. These are about the same. And we've got 8 aluminum wheels on the back. Okay. You'll see here we've sandblasted and painted the frame, so you can see some pitting that was there before in this area, and that's all been blasted off and then painted over with polyurethane paint. Okay, I'll give you a good look in the back here. Okay, now we've done an inspection for the DOT, but we're not going to complete the DOT work until we have a deal, just so that whoever buys the truck is going to get the truck with a fresh DOT inspection. If we inspect the truck a month ago and we sell it in a month, you've got a 2-month-old inspection. What good is that? So we will be doing an inspection on this truck closer to the time frame when the truck is actually sold. We've got nice condition half fenders here. You've got a high Holland, so this is set up for tank by the looks of it here. I'm just looking at the height of it. It's like a 7-inch rise, 3500 fifth wheel. Okay, inside of here, we've got an amplifier, and you know, I really can't find what I was looking for in here. Usually there's a cutaway, but the wall is extra thick. I don't know if you can tell from here, but it's super quiet. I guess that's kind of the point. Now, looking over here, I'm gonna open up the hood for you here. We're gonna get the engine running in a minute, not this instant, just because I want you to be able to hear my voice. So give me 1 minute. I'm gonna pop this up for you. Okay, so I'll give you a little look. You can see the paint is fading a bit. It's not new anymore. If you look there, it's definitely not new, but still black. Black unfortunately shows kind of more of the blemishes. Bumper's got a little bit of a hook in it. If you look here, you'll see it's not completely straight anymore. It's a bit bent. Michelin steers are excellent. I'd say they're 90% or better. Looks like we've got a nail punched into here. I don't know if it's leaking. It doesn't look like it's leaking. So I mentioned turbo compound. Some of you may or may not know what that is, but there's an axial power turbine here that's driven off the back of the engine. I believe this one has it. It said TC, and I just want to see. It's supposed to pick up some extra power. Yeah, it's in this section here, I believe. I'll confirm that for sure. And that picks up, yeah. So we've got, it's basically excess energy from the exhaust. Gives you more energy to the engine. So it's almost like a turbocharger, but not quite. But it's putting energy back into the back end of the engine. This one here has air ride front suspension, so you can see here, Hendrickson air ride front suspension, drum brakes. Previous owner had just taken it in and had a bunch of work done, including new injector pass-throughs and the cam box seal, which was pretty common on these engines. And that would be the seal right in there, and the injector pass-throughs. You can see the lines there are newer. They get changed every time you do the job. They're not reusable. So injector pass-through lines there, where they pass through into the cylinder head, and then the cam box seal, which is that little one down there. Pretty common on this engine. The truck will be sold with no leaks or lights. We did get an inspection for safety, for DOT. This was noted as leaking, and I see a little bit of seepage there, so we will ensure that things like that will be dealt with. That was on the quote, but again, we're not going to get into everything top to bottom until we know that we've got an active deal on the truck. So let's go inside. I'll show you the specs on the sheet, and if you it'll go through what we've got. So we've got a Western Star pleather seat. We've got a 13-speed manual. We've got an interesting steering wheel that looks like it kind of fell apart and then rewrapped by the customer with leather. Some kind of leather and glued on here. So let me get it fired up. Oh, one other thing I didn't note. Under the hood, there was a Webasto coolant heater. The timer for it's there, and it was over on the passenger side. So if you rewind this video, you'll see the coolant heater down there on the right side frame rail. Okay, so what we're gonna do, it's got an ABS light, we'll deal with that. All those types of issues will be addressed, but like I said, when we do the safety inspection. Okay, so I'll just give you a look through here. Cobra Bluetooth. I'm gonna turn down the fan so you can hear me talk. Okay, so it's a turbo compound TC, 505 horse, 40,000 rears, 12.5 front, 355 gears. Okay, let's go in the back. You'll see we put a new mattress. It's a single bunk, and this is the 68-inch Strat. So it's not huge. It's certainly not cramped, but it's not huge. So we've got from here to here, we've got carpet, rubber flooring, and then we've got carpet here. Okay, one of my complaints on the Western Stars is the cupboards, and these cupboards are notorious for kind of getting banged up. So you can see the previous owner's gone and put kind of some repairs to the wood here, which is pretty common, and this is kind of banged up here too. We do have a fridge. Not sure if it works, but at the very least I hope it's turned off, or we'll have dead batteries. So I'll turn it off. Okay, we've got a bunk access door here. We've got your Webasto bunk heater, and then you've got bunk override, or bunk sleeper lights, my apologies, bunk sleeper lights, and an on-off switch for the fridge, which is nice, so you can make sure that you're not gonna leave your fridge on by accident and come back to dead batteries. So let's go out and have a listen to this engine. Now, we're gonna go off of the ECM download, not off of the dash. I believe that's accurate, so that's 1,326 kilometers, which is gonna convert to 800,000 miles. I'm gonna say closer to 700. Refer to the details in the advertisement for the truck for the accuracy. It's probably got a 1 in front, and this is in kilometers, so you'll see that, you know, your miles are here, so there's no conversion required. If you're driving, you're just looking at the smaller numbers. Okay, and then there is a feature in here. I couldn't figure it out. This one's always tricky. Where are we here? Thought I had it in here. There was a feature for metric. There we go. 820. There you go. 823 miles. So that converts probably from that. So let's run with that for now. But I'll go back to the computer download. There was a feature to get into imperial metric, so you can switch that over and then your gauges will switch over. Let's go out and have a listen to the engine running, and we'll go from there. Let's check. We're gonna check the blow by. I'll take the oil filler cap off. We'll see how much blow by is coming out of the engine. That's a pretty good indication of compression getting past the piston rings, and if there is, then we know that we're going to be needing an overhaul at some point. There is allowable blow by, but generally new DD15s blow absolutely nothing. So let's see what we've got. I haven't done this before, so I don't know what we're going to see. To me, that's a really good sign. There's virtually next to nothing as far as the blow-by is concerned, and that means that there's not a lot of compression getting past the piston rings, which means that it's not going to be needing an overhaul for excessive oil consumption anytime soon. It's not to say that there aren't other problems that could happen with the engine, just not related to oil consumption, for sure. Let's have a listen over on this side. There's that coolant heater I was talking about. This has the updated EGR pull rod. Give you a look down below too. Okay, I'm going to close this up and I'll shut it off, and I'll give you a quick explanation of how the process works if you're watching this video and you're in the US. So let me shut her down. Okay, so the truck currently has a Canadian title. We are a registered importer with US Customs, so we can bring it across for you, drop it in Buffalo, you'll pick it up there, and then we'll supply you with paperwork in order to convert your title from Canada to US. We offer financing, we offer warranty, so those are available if you need financing or if you're interested in warranty. As far as the process goes of getting it across the border, typically after we're paid in full, we can get the truck over within 24 hours, provided that our drivers are available to move the truck and you're available to meet us there. As far as getting your title converted, it's usually about a week for the paperwork that you're going to require to get that done. So typically 2 weeks from the time that you pay me, you will get your paperwork for your title, and you'll have your title driving down the road with your truck with a US title. So there you have it. If you have any other questions about this truck, you can feel free to call me at 844-489-8789. That's 844-HEAVY-TRUCKS. Or you can email me, rob@nexttrucksales.com. I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks and bye for now.